if we think about the whole focus of many health practitioners is the root cause of disease. We are looking at disease. We are putting our attention, our energy into disease, the management of symptoms, right? The management of conditions, disorders, diagnoses. All of the energy and focus is going on to the problem, right? The dysfunction, the imbalance. Instead, if we actually look to the root cause of health rather than the root cause of disease, there's an absolute shift in our focus, our attention, what we're really kind of encouraging the body to do. We're feeding energy into this idea of health and what makes my body, my nervous system healthy and have vitality, versus putting all of this energy into this big, bad, scary thing, my diagnosis, my condition. And everything I do is around the management of that condition, right? It reinforces that it's there. It reinforces that we're broken and we need fixing. And so if instead we're able to just kind of think about what is it that makes the body healthy? What are the conditions that we need to create so that health can emerge, right? What I've noticed in my own life and in my practice with clients is that when you stop trying to beat back the symptoms with a stick and you instead focus your energy on creating the conditions for health to emerge on its own, you'll see a acceleration of progress. You'll see a reduction in symptoms. Why? Because we're not focused on the problem. We're actually focused on supporting the body. We all have an innate capacity, right, to be healthy. It's the same way that a sapling has the capacity to grow into a big tree, right? It's part of its nature. It's just what it does. Human biology just does health. A lot of the dysfunction and disorder and disease we see today is through our own engineering, right? Our disconnection from nature, our disconnection from our own bodies, the bastardization of our food, of our medicine, of our reliance on things like pharmaceuticals, rather than this innate trust that my biology, my human biology, is really good at being healthy. It's kind of what it's designed to do, right? We've evolved over arguably 4 to 6 million years in this kind of modern format, right? Going into Homo sapiens, into humans, right? The only way we're able to do that is without dysfunction and disorder and disease and all of the conditions and problems and symptoms, right? The environment that we live in today, in the 21st century, from technology to pesticides and herbicides to fear-based propaganda around the sun and nature, and all of that creates the conditions for disease to emerge. And then all of our healthcare system is then focused on the management or perpetuation of those disease states through eliminating or suppressing the symptoms and creating that plateau, right? It's not that symptom management doesn't work, right? It's that it works just enough to keep people in that cycle. But when we move away from the symptoms and we focus on, again, what does my body need? What does my biology expect from nature, my relationship with nature, the sun, daylight, right? Nighttime, circadian rhythms, the nutrition, the food that we eat, all of this stuff kind of comes together. And when you remove the constraints that are holding back your health, health often emerges. And so that idea to me is what a lot of the shift that needs to happen in the healthcare industry, but us as individuals, right? It starts with us, is that maybe I don't need to be relying on the system and need a pill for every ill. Maybe I need to find out what it is that is disrupting my health, what is holding back my health, right? And start to create the conditions that my nervous system and my biology thrive in. And guess what? Health often emerges.